It's Tuesday, January 21st. Just highlighting a trade I just made on Oracle. I just bought it here at 170.20, and then I scaled out at 171.20, a point higher, and we'll see if it, heads higher towards some of these targets. I'll point out in a second. It's literally on the 1 minute chart here. I bought it here at 170.20 on this little pullback, which I'll describe in a second. And within, 4 minutes, it went up to scale me out, and now I'm just going to watch it at no risk. My break-even stop is kind of down a little below this liquidity area. If it wants to come down one more time and take out these stops before heading higher, I still have a little bit of room here to allow it to do that and see if it reverses. Hopefully it'll just continue up towards the highs of the day. On the 15-minute chart, it's a stock that had a big news announcement that some infrastructure, artificial intelligence programs are going to be announced, and this stock's going to be a big benefit of it. So I kind of watched it move up. I don't really want to jump in immediately. I kind of want to watch what happens, and I typically want to wait for a pullback to take out liquidity. The way I saw this unfolding on the 15-minute chart, I did see kind of a brief low here to be taken out. And then see what happens at that point. Once it took it out, I didn't immediately jump in, although I was tempted to, because I still think it's going to test those highs of the day at some point again. But anyway, it did certainly, take out this liquidity, and then the buying came in as expected. So I just decided to aggressively buy that first pullback, and then again, given the fact it's just kind of pausing here, there's still some areas it can pull back to intraday. So if it, let me just get this one out of the way. So if for some reason this can't, on this 2-up day, reach the highs of the day, which I'm anticipating, then I can do no worse than break even. It still might want to come down lower here as it consolidates on the way up. But what I like here in the big picture is on the weekly chart, as we kind of move up here on a 2-up week, it seems like we want to hit this target right here, which is 172.55, which we didn't reach yet. And there's a little gap in here closer to the 175 area. So I do like that daily chart, even though it exploded up today on some news, that there's a target right here to hit. And that's why I wanted to look for something to buy on a liquidity grab to the downside. So anyway, that was the way it unfolded. Just wanted to point out the way I'm playing it. And, let's see if it takes out the high of the day and then reaches that 172.50 area. That's kind of what I'm looking for today. And, let's see what the announcement is. And if this stock, on the weekly chart's a 2-up, as long as it holds the midpoint of this week all week long, let's just see how green this week becomes and how much we might be heading back up to that 190 area in the big picture. So the continuity is certainly upside. The news is to the upside. This is just a pause, really. So it shows you it doesn't seem to have exhausted yet on the upside as well. And, just given that 1 minute kind of look to it, I just wanted to, once I saw it kind of hit liquidity and bounce up pretty strongly, I bought that first pullback, and thankfully it's heading up higher. So it's all at no risk right now, and we're going to see how this ends up. I just wanted to kind of highlight the, the anatomy, so to speak, of this trade.